Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Disco Elysium. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we leave the pawn shop and go to the coast to the west. At least that's the hope. We're gonna fast travel there. There's a few things that we still need done. And the map is not here, but then it is. Magic. Should I go to... Yeah, let's go to the church directly. It's probably better. I am basically looking for the smoker in the balcony's Sunday friend. And I have no idea where he is. Which is a problem. It's a serious problem. That said, I don't know if we explored... No, we did explore this. This is where... Did we explore this? Yeah, this is where the body was, and now it isn't.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Signs of the murder. It wasn't a murder. It was an accident. Signs of the accident. Yeah. Now, where is this Sunday friend? Oh?
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside? And I'm gonna point at the windows.
No.
He shakes his head. The windows rattle in their frames.
I won't even try. You know,
He takes his glasses off.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Can you still shoot, though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And his shoulders. It's reflex.
Mm-hmm. And what is that over there? There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer? It could be a sewer. This is, yeah, this connects back to... We've been here, but connects back to those two over there. Oh.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, any idea what's down there?
No idea.
He takes his glasses off to polish.
Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now.
He puts his glasses back on.
In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there? He looks into the slit and sighs.
I hope not.
I'm gonna yell, "Ho!" into the slit.
There's no echo. And no answer.
Well, that's what we came here, or down here to do, I suppose. Yeah, let me continue looking. Oh! Who's that? And how do I get there? The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? Potentially. I just press spacebar, which automatically activates the thing. Whatever thing you might have on your overhead thing. I don't know what it's called. We haven't been here. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench, covered in rust. The sign says, "Entrée interdite." An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. Is there a parking lot around here that I can't see? I don't even know where we would be. I don't know. I'll look into that later. Oh, this seems like a building that we can go in. Money and plastic tear. My favorite. I do like... Oh, first, responsabilité, then stabilité, then prospérité. says the smoker on the balcony. Oh, sorry, the Sunday friend. Yeah, I do like the sound of the glass tear. The sea air is so invigorating, don't you agree? He says. And we have a fallen peepo with extra logic. We're just gonna have all the fallens, aren't we? What's our head right now? Encyclopedia? This reduces our perception. Is that a problem? That could be a problem. Probably isn't gonna be a problem. My perception is amazing. My logic, on the other hand, isn't. So, let's go with that for the moment. What are my current gloves? Half-light instead of interface? Yeah, half-light might be a little bit better. A door, a building, a hiding place. Could the instigator, capital I, be inside? Maybe. We still need to talk to the people in the village, I think. The door is not only barred shut, dash dash. It is inaccessible. Lots of opportunities from revitalization here, he says. I don't think he speaks with a French accent. I don't actually know. Let's find out.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
Oh. Yeah, right. I need your help forming a committee. I'm trying to assign la responsabilité.
My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
God, of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
What? Where is he then? He's speaking figuratively. He means he's not in Martinez in his official capacity.
Thank you, Rhetoric. Also, I passed the logic check that I normally wouldn't be able to pass. I got it. You're only here on personal business.
Précisément. Officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
How am I supposed to contact the committee, then? The man frowns.
Well, under ordinary circumstances, the committee contacts you.
In other words, the committee only knows what it wants to know.
But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
Wait, what's Coalition Warship Archer?
Officer, you mean to say that you haven't noticed the giant Coalition aerostatic peacefully patrolling the skies over Revachol?
You follow the man's gaze out toward the west. There, amidst the low-hanging stars, you can just make out signs of motion. It's a set of position lights moving in unison, like a restless constellation. No, it's more like a creature from the abyssopologic zone, a great dark bioluminescent fish. Don't let the shiny lights fool you. It's a goddamn killing machine, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Yeah, Half-Light. You'd think that it'd be the logic doing that check, but no, it was our Half-Light. It's amazing, an inspiring symbol.
Isn't it? A triumph of both technical ingenuity and international cooperation. I, for one, feel much safer knowing it's up there watching all of us.
Why do I need to go through Archer to speak to the committee?
You see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol.
Hold on, it's watching us too?
And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments. I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristlemühle Convention.
So, So how does one go about contacting a coalition warship?
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it, so it might be safer to get in touch from the ground. But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum. I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it.
Do you know any of these techno-tinkerers?
Unfortunately not, no. I don't have the pleasure. I am merely a representative of the coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you...
Perhaps your young friends in the tent might be of assistance?
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Yeah, actually, yeah, sure, thanks. I was wondering what you're doing out here.
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market, and well, I wished to see the situation firsthand. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
I am gonna look around. Yeah, it's lovely. The man takes a deep breath.
Yes. There's nothing like a stroll along the coast to lift one's spirits.
Actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
No, that's it. Thank you for your time.
Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
Au revoir, I suppose. I wouldn't know how to say. Look, a seagull, he says. I wouldn't know how to say you as well, which is what I wanted to say, but I'm not good enough at French. Find someone with technical expertise to contact the coalition. We shall do this. Oh, it's Thursday already. It's gonna be fine, right? It's gonna be fine. I think so. Anyway, check the boardwalk for bullet traces. And check the island for bullet traces. Didn't I check the boardwalk? What boardwalk are we talking about here? I need to ask the fisher folk in the village. That shouldn't be a problem. We have plenty of time to do this. Or should have plenty of time. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to look at this wall and paint it. Maybe. I don't think it's one of those walls.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Why these many bullet holes? Or actually, this many bullet holes, which is different. You're asking why the many, and many is singular, but many bullet holes is plural. English is complicated, so that's correctly written. I just said it wrong the first time around, or said it in another way. So we need visual calculus for this. Let's look into our visual calculus pens. Where are they? Right now we have +2 already. Lovely. That does mean that we cannot, or do not, have any other visual calculus thing. We do have the drugs, but that's about it. Let's try to figure out why there are these many bullet holes.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound, no movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or They did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
I'm gonna look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who were they?
Leeches, fleas, and thieves, all the freeloader scum living off the hard work of others. Such is your belief.
That's our esprit de corps. Such is my belief indeed. I'm gonna look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
I'm gonna look at the person standing on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim, who was who in this execution? At first, the lieutenant doesn't say a word. He just stares at the wall.
I don't know.
He says finally.
I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's what the freeloaders thing was in reference to.
It could even have been the employees of the failed R&D center down the coast, as their building was taken over by the revolutionaries.
Or maybe...
What about people from the coalition, the so-called moralists?
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Mm-hmm. Okay, goodbye.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures. Behind this building, the other one, once filled with engineers and designers of Feld Electric, now collapsed and dead, but for some rats. You feel drawn, for some reason, to the faded mural again.
Do I?
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing 10 meters from them. A cold sea wind blows away behind this building.
It blows away behind this building, yeah. I do not feel attached. I do not feel attached. What was the word used? Attracted to the mural again? No. Anyway, I want to go to the village early, or, you know, before it's too late, because people go to sleep. And I think I know who I need to ask. Or, I actually know, I think I can guess who I need to ask. I don't remember who it is that I need to ask, but I also think I've already asked some people. Oh, the kids are still here. I'm just not pressing tab as I should. I was pressing shift, as I shouldn't. Let me try something now that Kim is with me. Kim does not come with me in here. Curious. Very curious. So, the person I am thinking knows about Ruby might be her. Because she seems the most... Oh, Joyce is here. What? Oh, that's the boat that we saw.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She winds the mooring line around a post.
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives.
She fastens the ends of the line around the post and straightens her back.
It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the cordelate she read. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
So how do you like it here? I'm gonna look around.
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze towards the village. Slush melting on the cinder blocks. Construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
She squints her eyes.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Let's react. It's moralist time, baby. Where's it? I don't actually know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with this one. Don't worry. I got her sword, and I'm gonna show the sword.
Perhaps you shouldn't have. I sort of liked it on her.
She leans against the railing, looking up at the grey sky.
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The wind picks up. Her raincoat flaps in the gusts. This island?
No, the Incidentally Isola.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though.
I knew you would sympathize.
She nods.
Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day.
She corrects the scarf around her neck.
For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Well, tell me now. We have time.
Do we?
Kim glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit?
I'm gonna show her my badge. I found my badge, by the way.
By love, you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
She hands it back to you.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
It's fine. That's all for now. Kim, why can't we learn nice things about this place? We can reload if we don't have time. Just all I want to do is learn things. Speaking of learning, let's have a chat with her.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen?
She tilts her head and looks at the sea.
We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can.
She adds with a smile.
So, what will it be, officer?
That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way. I'm gonna point to the sunken vehicle.
Oh,
She looks at the pointed direction.
that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
An official investigation has been launched, by me, to determine just that, ma'am.
That's great.
The woman glances toward the wreckage again.
Until then, you should maybe start thinking about the funeral.
Sire, she doth not believe it wasn't you.
You are suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh yeah?
She says with a chuckle.
You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway.
The lieutenant looks at you sympathetically.
Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
Yeah, it's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area or... The lieutenant looks at you almost gently.
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
Okay.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
What's this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? Kim, am I boring?
You?
He looks at you.
I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
I like brown.
Of course you do. And maybe some black shoes or a pristine white shirt to go with that. It's official. My lord's Copo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait. This will be my Copo type now? Wait, don't I have more a Copo type already? I thought I had the superstar Copo type. I didn't do that, did I? Oh, freaking hell. I'm a regular cop.
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Why not? Send out a telefax then, I'm not ashamed.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Yes. It's kind of not what I wanted. At all. But I think the Copo type is not an actual, like, special thing. I think it's just it's another thought, basically. And this one takes 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's -2 to our inland empire because nothing funky. I don't think I want that, though. I'm gonna look into and see if I have the other ones, because if I chose a Copo type already. Because honestly, I thought it was bringing of the law, this one, or the law jaw. Nah. Kingdom of Conscience. We got some interesting things going on, but yeah, I'm gonna look into it and see what this one is. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Disco Elysium. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.